Not far from Union Station is a neighborhood defined by its ornate Chinese architecture, vibrant marketplaces, and a history of incredible resilience. This is Chinatown, Los Angeles. Whether you're coming for the food or the energy of the Golden Dragon Parade, there is a deep story behind these streets that most people miss. I'm Chris, and in episode 3 of the World in LA series, we're exploring the past, the sacred spaces, and the plazas of this historic community. To understand Chinatown, you have to start at the historic Garnier Building at El Pueblo, the birthplace of LA, which we explored in the first episode of the World in LA series. This building was the heart of the original Chinatown back in the late 1800s, serving as an unofficial city hall for the community. But in the 1930s, the original neighborhood was demolished to make way for Union Station, displacing thousands of residents. In response, the community came together to build New Chinatown, the first in America to be planned and owned by Chinese Americans. Today, the Garnier Building houses the Chinese American Museum. It's free to visit and provides the essential context of the struggles and triumphs this community faced throughout the years. Now, before we head into the heart of the district, there's an LA icon right on the border you should know about, Philippe the Original. They've been around since 1908 and are known for the French dip sandwich. Legend says the sandwich was invented here by accident in 1918 when the owner, Philippe, dropped a French roll into a roasting pan filled with meat juices. The customer, a policeman, liked it so much he came back the next day for another. You can get beef, pork, or lamb, and honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them. Now we get to Broadway and enter the neighborhood through the Twin Dragon Towers gateway. These dragons are symbols of luck and strength, and this area is a focal point during the Lunar New Year parade. The parade has been a tradition here for over 120 years, bringing traditional dragon dances and music to these streets. While this gate is a popular spot for the press and invited guests to set up, you can get a great view of the parade anywhere along Broadway. The atmosphere during the festival is incredible. It's a massive celebration of heritage that transforms the entire neighborhood. Chinatown is home to some beautiful sacred spaces. I stopped at the Guan temple, dedicated to the Taoist god of war, who represents loyalty and righteousness. A few blocks over is the Thien temple, dedicated to the goddess of the sea. Taoism is a spiritual pillar for many in the Chinese American community here, focusing on living in harmony with the way. These temples were built to provide the community with a sense of peace and continuity, and the smell of incense and the intricate carvings make them feel worlds away from the busy streets outside. To help you navigate this neighborhood, I've put together a free Chinatown guide on my Mindtrip page. What's great about Mindtrip is that you can customize the guide based on what you're looking for. So let's say you're looking for a dim sum restaurant, you can just ask Mindtrip and add it to your personal itinerary. The link to the guide is in the description below. If you're looking for Vietnamese food, you have to check out Thien restaurant in the Far East Plaza. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place, and trust me, their banh mi sandwiches are phenomenal. Further into the plaza, you'll see Howlin. There's almost always a massive line here for their hot chicken, but right next door is 10 Ren Tea. I grabbed a delicious iced coconut milk tea with boba. It was the perfect refreshing drink before continuing my walk. As you head back to Broadway, you get the quintessential Chinatown atmosphere. The sidewalks are lined with vendors selling everything from fresh produce to lucky plants. I just love the raw energy here. Seeing the local residents shopping and the vendors spread out all over the sidewalks makes it feel like you've actually stepped into a market in China. And that feeling continues as you walk through the Saigon Plaza shopping center. It's a huge permanent indoor flea market type of place. You can definitely get lost in the rows of stalls, and you can find everything here: traditional Chinese decor, clothes, and unique items you won't find anywhere else in the city. It's a great spot to see the sheer variety of goods that flow through this neighborhood. Eventually I made it to Central Plaza, which I would say is the heart of the new Chinatown built in the 1930s. At the Broadway entrance, you're greeted by a statue of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the founding father of the Republic of China. The architecture here is a highlight. It was actually designed by Hollywood set designers to create a specific Chinese-American aesthetic. It's beautiful during the day, and at night it's a whole different atmosphere with the lit up paper lanterns and the West Gate glow. You'll also find the Bruce Lee statue here. He actually had a studio nearby, and then as you exit through the West Gate, you'll see Chow restaurant famously used as a filming location for the movie Rush Hour. And then right here at the Chow restaurant is Chung Road. Sometimes the entrance has a little pop-up market with artisan vendors and a DJ spinning some tunes. And as you walk further back, it becomes very quiet, at least when I was there. This pedestrian street is lined with art galleries and traditional storefronts. There really is not much going on here, but I would still check it out cause I really like the calmness with the colorful signs and buildings providing a great backdrop to take some photos without the crowds. Just a few steps from Chung Road is where I ended my day, Full House Seafood. They greet you with hot tea immediately, which is a nice touch, and it was delicious. I was there with some friends and we ordered several dishes such as Mongolian beef and honey walnut shrimp, and I gotta say, the steamed juicy dumplings were easily my favorite. I'd definitely come back here, especially for those dumplings. Chinatown is a neighborhood that has faced a lot of change, but it has never lost its identity. Whether you're here for the Lunar New Year festivities or just for some delicious Chinese food, it's a place that deserves a visit. Thanks for joining me for episode 3 of the World in LA series. Don't forget to check out my free Chinatown guide in the description below, and then in the next episode we're going to explore Koreatown. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you there.